Hylians! I'm sure at least once in your life you've thought about what it could be like for a Zelda TV series or movie to be created. There are so many games in the series to pick from, and there are so many ways that they can be adapted for the screen, big or small. It's something that I think about quite a lot. The thought has been with me since I was a kid, and things like the IGN fake Zelda movie trailer along with fan-made series like The Legend of Link kept that thought alive. Though we have gotten a Zelda series before, the classic that is the Legend of Zelda cartoon series from the 1980s. It's become kind of a meme over the years for being nothing like what the series has really become over time, along with its interesting character choices and writing, but I honestly still really love it.
Hey! Excuse me, princess!
There were also appearances from Link, Zelda and Ganon in the Captain N series, and I guess you can count the Smash Bros trailer to some degree, especially the trailers that started coming out for Smash Bros Wii U and 3DS, and especially the ones that came out for Smash Bros Ultimate. They were done so cinematically that they really did feel like miniature movies. The trailer showing the fight between Link and Pit was amazing and really showed how a Zelda anime could look. But along with these, there is another Zelda series that I'm sure most of you don't remember. A series following my personal favourite Zelda game and my favourite Link. It might not be what you expect, but I can tell you now that I enjoyed this a lot more than I expected. And so let me tell you all about the forgotten official Wind Waker series, The Misadventures of Link. The Legend of Zelda The Misadventures of Link is a short 12-episode miniseries created to promote both Wind Waker HD for the Wii U and A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS, even though all episodes are centered strictly around the Wind Waker. Each episode is very short, all of them being less than 2 minutes long. The series first premiered on Nintendo Video, an app for the 3DS, on November 1st, 2013, and ran up until January 6th, 2014. But since then, the full series has also been posted officially by Nintendo on YouTube. Like I mentioned, there are 12 episodes in this series. Tunnel Vision, Snot Amused, Dance the Night Away, Bird Brain Mind Control, Barrels of Fun, Fishing for Trouble, Slip Sliding All Day, Tingle Terror, It Burns in a Good Way, Don't Let Her See You, A Link to the Piggies, and Pearl of Pain. The series is created in a machinima style, being made through the game itself, using cutscenes along with a custom camera and custom facial animations to get shots that you normally wouldn't be able to within normal gameplay. Machinimas, for those of you who may not know, are normally fan-made shorts, movies or series. Fans will use a game to help create their own stories within them. Normally by manipulating the camera, using photo modes, actual cutscenes from the games and other little tricks. They're basically video fan fictions. I remember when I was a kid seeing tons of these types of videos all the time on YouTube, specifically for games like Smash Bros Brawl and Dissidia Final Fantasy. But it's the fact that these types of series are normally made by fans which makes The Misadventures of Link so cool. Because this is 100% officially made by Nintendo. No fan content here. And this series, despite how short each episode is, the lack of voice acting, and the limitations that come with making a series in such a way, is actually very enjoyable. And surprisingly, very funny. For something that was created just to promote a couple of games, you can really tell that whoever made these had a lot of fun doing so. There are a lot of jokes and silly moments all cramped into these tiny episodes. Some are of course better than others. There are a couple that are just cutscenes from the game, albeit pretty funny ones. But for the most part, each of these episodes is unique and different from the others. Completely new and especially created for this series. One thing about the series is, while not really being a part of Wind Waker's story, they don't add anything to it or even talk about the story of the game. I feel this series fits within Wind Waker. More specifically, I feel it perfectly captures Wind Waker's Link. This is his show after all, and I feel they did a really great job showing his character and bringing out a lot of his personality with all of the little things he does. All of the jokes in the series play off of the game. If you've played the game before, you will understand these jokes. Some are built into things that happen at certain points in the game, like Link getting thrown at a wall, while others play off of things that feel a lot more pointed at us who play the game, which is something I really liked, and it was these moments that made me laugh the hardest. Some of my personal favourite moments were Link's reaction to finding Tingle,
Hey!
Come on! Yeah!
Link hunting down a pig on Outset Island just to throw it off a cliff into the water. Don't lie, you've done it too. And whatever is happening here. The use of music and sound effects from the game are also used very well. They don't just have music that would play on an island or where Link currently is play in the video, they change it to add to the sketch. For example, when Link is walking on Outset Island at the start of episode 2, it plays Aryl's theme. It's calm and peaceful. But suddenly, Link stops in shock, and we get the sound that plays when Link is spotted in the Forsaken Fortress by a moblin. It then shows Zil, aka Outset Island's Booger Boy, and the music changes to the theme that plays just after Aryl was snatched away by the Helmerut King, before then changing to the theme that plays when you fight a giant Octo, as Zil runs towards Link and Link tries to run away. The use of different music and sound effects from the game to emphasize what Link is feeling in these videos is done just so perfectly, and adds so much to the comedy happening on screen. Another little thing that I love about these videos is while they are funny and while they were made to promote a game, they also work as little hint videos, showing tips like feeding pigs bait so they can dig up items, or even stuff like using the Hoi pair to summon a seagull to hit switches. I didn't realise it at first while watching because I know all of this stuff from playing the game already. But when I did notice, I realised that, yeah, these are some things that first-time players may not know about and perhaps could get stuck on. And they're shown to you in these cute, funny little moments, not outright telling you what to do. It's a little thing, but something I really do think was a cool little touch. I also like that even with this, Link doesn't always succeed in what he's trying to do, and does mess up at times, and in ways that again are possible within the game, and I'm sure have happened to some of you at some point. Tunnel rat, anyone? Toon Link is the most expressive Link in the series, by far. He has the most character and already has a bunch of silly comedic moments within Wind Waker, and even in Phantom Hourglass. To make a mini-series of comedic shorts on Link's time on his adventure around the Great Sea, it just seems perfect, and I can't lie, I'd love to see more stuff like this. While I'm sure when it comes to the idea of adapting video games to movies or TV, most people would want them to be one-to-one recreations, following the story and plot points as closely as possible. But for something like Wind Waker, a game with a super cutesy cartoony art style, I think something like this works just as well. It still holds the essence of Wind Waker, the charm of the game that even if these videos were created outside of the game itself and animated, I feel I would still feel the same way about it. Sure, I can completely see why some people might not like this take, and I can completely understand if you've been watching this whole video and don't think the series seemed all that cool, and don't really understand my enjoyment of it. But I feel that even if something is created in a different style to what it originally was from, if it holds the same heart and essence of the game, it doesn't need to exactly be the same as that game. Like I said, I feel within these 12 1.5 minute long videos, they didn't just use the game to make some silly little shorts. They used the game to make some silly shorts that still fit the character, world and charm that you can find all over Wind Waker. And I really love it. I feel if Nintendo ever planned to do a Wind Waker adaptation, a series going over the story of the game, but also focusing a lot on the comedy that's found all throughout it, would be perfect. And hey, if it was a series, you could even eventually move on to Phantom Hourglass, a game that has just as much, if not more, comedy within it. So that is the forgotten by many official Wind Waker series, The Misadventures of Link. I highly recommend going and checking it out for yourself if you haven't already, as the series is all here on YouTube. I'll also post a link to it in the description of this video so you guys can easily find it. If you do check it out, do come back and tell me what you thought of it. Did you enjoy it as much as me, or is it not really your thing? Also, do tell me what types of Zelda adaptations for the screen you might like to see. I'd love to see a movie or series that follows the story of the games, but I'd also be down for a full series of something more like The Misadventures of Link. A fun combination of adventure and comedy. I think that would work pretty well for the Zelda series. It's not always the most serious. So do tell me what you're interested in seeing from adaptations of the series. We know Nintendo are slowly branching into the movie market now, so it doesn't seem all that impossible at this point. Anyway, thank you for watching to the end of this video. I hope you've all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a like. It's the quickest and easiest way to show me you are enjoying the content I create. If you're new around here, why not subscribe and hit the bell to never miss a video from me. I post Zelda videos covering things you might not know, theories, let's plays, really anything Zelda related. So if you're a Zelda fan, I'm sure you'll enjoy the content I have in store. Thank you all again for watching all the way to the end of today's video. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!